Okay, let's continue. Today we have to look at I will mention a view. You will put your chair here so that we use this one. You look at view. No, we can use this. After then I'll just copy it for this one.
Internet me use to update menu. I say we request the password.
No, I don't request it password.
Office update me.
Which cable?
A year of completion year 2016 2017 year of completion. Sir, 2017 2018. Okay. So more you know better. So you know, almost say if you want to be present, you should do some registration. Okay. But here, may have a receipt in the Monday, Madam quality. Graduation fee. I can say and some certificate. Yeah, I don't trust them on it. Because they have made it almost 2 years never.
It first came, I don't know why it came and disappeared again. Maybe I used wrong proxy. like a project someone is maybe using. We have to look at view, and it looks like we've even touched on it small. Where is it? This is it. So it's just like the workbench you were using. Is that this is the code side, the other one. So let's say, for example, let's say from customer.
What my use maybe we saying was it's like I've done something on it so that the reference will be able to.
I'll copy this one for you.
Okay then.
Why don't I to be like I'm doing it?
Okay.
So that you can use that one for practice. Then you'll be. So like this will like be like a guide then. So let's say we have this table with this information in it. Let's see the brightness. Let's add something small. So we have this. Okay, let's see. It's connected to district. You see, it's connected to title. That is there's a relationship between the staff and title. There's a relationship between the and district. Okay, so what that means is, if like you want to get staff name, title, and then maybe your region or something like that. So, and we know what this means. Let's say we are giving it a name. It's called alias. Instead of okay, let's see something. Let's see customer ID. That's first one. This one. Then first name. Customer dot first name. Let me say customer dot surname.
Why are you using the dots?
I'll come. There's an error. Blah, 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 blah. The reason why I'm using the dot is, if without a dot it will work for this type of data we have, but there are other type of data. If you don't bring the dot, it will not work. How you normally use it is the table name dot the ID, the column you want,
the column name.
The column name.
Okay.
That is the full name of that column. It begins with the table name and then the column of the table. For example, if like there is another table, that table too has a column of customer ID. Now if you are linking that table and this one, let's say there is another table for customer 2. If you are linking this and this, and they all have a column called customer ID, how will the system know the customer ID is coming from this or is coming from this? So that is why you have to start it with the name of the table and then the column of the table. And in order not to always type the full name of the table, like how customer dot first name, customer dot, you can say okay, let's say let's call customer table as C or M or K or whatever. And so in that case it will be that whatever dot. So here instead of let's see, this is supposed to that is a syntax error on line 4. So this one customer dot customer, this is supposed to be a comma. So now instead of writing full, so let's call the customer table as C, and then we just bring space and then whichever name you want to use. So here, okay, here we'll have in this way. to unknown color custom. Okay, so this is ideally, but since it's one table and you don't have any other table that might possibly have customer ID or first name that you are connecting to this, it's fine if you don't bring them. But the good practice is to always bring them. For example, if you are even connecting to another database, let's say you are linking your table to another table in another database, then even in that scenario, it should not be just a table name. It will be database name dot table name dot column name. If the database is on another computer, not your computer, then it will be that computer dot the database dot the table before the column name. So that is it. So we are just calling this one, let's say, as C. So we say it's C, so that means the C will replace all this to make the typing short for you. So instead of writing customer ID, customer is customer ID, you've called the customer C, so you just replace the customer part with C. Okay, looks like it's customer dot. Why has it turned that way?
You did the customer ID, customer name.
This is select all from
customer.
Okay, so it's bringing this. We don't want all. Let's say the first one is customer ID, then customer dot first name, and then customer dot surname. So instead of typing this one in full, you can say this one is a C. So this one will be C, this one will be C, this one will be C, and if you run, it should give you the same thing. So if you say this is called alias, so it's called table. It's alias. It's called table alias. Someone said count. This is comment. I hope we know what comment is. Just a description, so that maybe if you're not there, somebody is reading. Maybe this is customer table, you can say or the code down there. So I can say like the code below gives details customer, so that anybody who comes is two columns, 2 dash. If you use 2 dash, anything that follows is just a description.
It's not part of the code.
It's not part of the code. It's just to describe things. So now let's connect this one to the title, or like the district. Then we do inner join. We've not done. Have you done joins? We've not done joins. Okay, so that's it. That is
what we did last week. Was it's like you started with the view, but we did not. You did something like create view, and you said that like what actually you want the user to see.
Yeah. Like that's the purpose of the view. You can use it to limit information you want someone to see. And another is it makes it easier for you to code. For example, if you have to connect 2, 3, 4, 5 tables always, so you can do that connection and reserve it. You can connect those 5 tables and then reserve it as a view, so that view becomes some kind of a way like a table for you. And so then let's remove the joins. So if I want to make this one a view, so that the person, anybody who have access will only see the customer ID, first name, and then the surname, I'll just say create view as create view, then I'll give a name, whichever name. It doesn't have to be started with V underscore something, but that is what I normally use. So like
I tried that last week, like create view. I did not bring anything underscore, so it was giving me problem.
Like you don't have to bring anything underscore. It's just a name.
Like,
how do you want to call it? Yes, I want to call it customer view.
Okay,
that is fine.
Okay. The underscore is not supposed.
No. Okay. It's optional. That is how I've been naming them. So like as soon as you see, you know that V means it's a view.
Okay, V means
view. So that as soon as my eye flash on, I know this is not a table.
This is a
view.
Okay.
Someone,
just an indication.
That someone can decide all my tables. I'll begin with T underscore in the name of the table. Okay. So that when they are aligned here, I can just see
that this is
a table. So that is just the convention I've been using. Okay. So like let's see. So customer, there's one here already, so it will conflict. You can't have two views with the same name. So this is just this format as create view whatever as, that's all. And then you run it. Query return no result set, that means it's successful. So this is just the same. From this, if you run this, I have to terminate this. So if you run this, you see it's giving just that 3 columns. So this is serving like some kind of table for you, but that table doesn't have the other details. It has only this one.
So here, what is the difference between this and then the select?
That there's no difference. The only difference is this one. Actually, this whole thing, is inside this. That is what we've bundled and given it a name. So it's the same thing you are using, but it's not a table we've created to define like column is this, this is this. The view will look at what the column of data is and then just display it. Like just go and pick this A, B, C and bring. The need to use it is when you have to do that limit on.
Franca wants to log in.
Okay. You get pen drive.
Where?
You get pen drive. Drive. At the comment. Okay, so that is basically what view is. It's not always that to just be simple like this. these columns can come from different tables.
Okay.
But you just give it a name, and then that will
I was comparing it with Access database. You know, Access database, when you create forms, in the forms you can collect like quantity from, let's use like a product table. You take quantity from,
you send quantity, or you take it from,
like there are different tables. We have product tables, we have the order table, and the this thing. So maybe you might have quantity in the order table, and then the price also in the product table. So maybe you bring quantity, you want to do some small calculation, bring quantity from order, bring
from this one, from this table,
one, then you come and do the multiplication, and then it will show you. And that was how I was thinking.
It will display it one form for you to see from different tables. That's it. It was. I did my machine top, but I check something, give some bro. I hear, I go hire you. Okay. And that is it. For example, let's see if you can get I think there is customer this stock. So okay, we have stock. Can we have like sales? Something like sales. Or order. So now take for example this one, and this is a stock table. You see, but we are told to, which column is this? Quantity. Okay, so this product, the cost price is this, but I don't know which product it is. That one is another table, and so we can link this one. We will go through that linking soon. Is this one inner join products on, let's call product to, let's say P alias, so that you don't have to type the whole product again. So we say s dot product ID is called to P dot product ID. You have an error from this as inner join product P on, and so now you see this is the product. So below, hey, like in one view we are not seeing the product and then the quantities. So let's say it's too many, the column we don't want to see all, so we can say let's say
the product name,
let's say and the product we are calling it P, so it will be P dot let's see how we call it here. We call it name, so P dot name. Come here, maybe these ones are quantity, so we say the quantity that's in the stock, so we call it S, so S dot so we have quantity, S dot cost price, S dot selling price. Do we need something from, that is it. So we can have it this way, and then if you run, you see, so below this is the quantity we have, this is the cost price, this is the selling price, but this is coming from different tables. This is, Now so below, let's say if you can even go further, it's in which category? Just like in soft drink category or in electronics category. In that case, you will have to do link again, and that link is the keyword is the inner join. Then you have this one. Yeah, you repeat that one again. Any table you want to connect, like, you repeat it. You repeat it. So like category, let's call that one C. So you have C dot.
You have type S.
So you say C dot category ID is equal to P dot category ID error on, and we forget to bring this. Yes. Okay, so let's see the details in the category tables. So let's category. Let's see what it has for us. Okay, so there's category ID and then category name. So let's see if we can copy field. Okay, make sure I've got the spelling right. So C on the C category ID is equal to P dot category ID. And what is it saying? I have an error. Nigerian category. This is okay. I terminated it here. You see, so it's not reading anything below it. This don't have to be there because we are not done yet. We've added more, so this has to go away. So in that case, we can come back here and list the category columns we need. Now the category is C, so that one too can be C dot name, and then so you see, and so below fresh is under soft drink. You see Lenovo X is under electronics. So this is what view does. You've actually split your data into different ones, and if you want to join them, then you use that view to join them. Now for example, this is a practical example. You see the category, it has a column called name. The product who has a column called name. So if you don't use alias and you just state name, to tell you it doesn't know which name it is.
Okay.
Like which of the tables name are you talking about? So in that case, you will have to write the full table name dot then the name you actually want to use.
Already you represented the
like so that
something
like P to make typing short for you. That's the purpose of alias. So that means we what are you talking about? That's P.
Undo and let's see.
This is P.
Hello. Excuse me. Good afternoon.
That name, so we have see that name. I can call this
now
category as product.
Atunsu Kumasi.
So this can come.
Me say me to on catching na me free what achia.
So that's it.
They say there now way. Omo ye dem light. Do omochi suya na say do omochi kwa. Okay. Yeah. Me say me to on catching na me. See me from say the city. O number e wo WhatsApp na. for empty and FM. Yeah, I'm back.
So that is for this one.
I have a junior brother, my father's junior brother's son. Just like he's just my brother, and I was taking care of him plus my junior sister at Tamale. So I really did not like school. China cinema. All this common and woman and discuss one school and the uncle. And now on and I'm no did a month for it. And he was 1 year electrician for me.
Okay, let's move on. So this is the information we wanted, but we didn't save it in one table. It's different, then we have to join them. Now, anytime you want to see this information, then you have to write this one again.
Yes.
Anytime you want to see the category, the product, the quantity, and then you can do other calculations in additions, like the
quantity
let's say you can
price.
Yeah, so price. Let's say a P dot quantity quantity times S dot cost price, whatever that is. So you can call that one X.
Unknown P quantity. P for
quantity. QUANTI product. No, product doesn't have quantity. I think it's stock that has quantity. Yeah, it's stock that has quantity. So this is it. Okay. And so anytime you want to get this information, then you have to write this one again. You have to join all these 3 tables again. And so the easier way is to make it a view. Okay. So as soon as you write this one, you are sure everything is working fine, then you just say create view, then whichever name you want to give it. Maybe I will say
so this one is not like the normal select that we did last week. Like
it's just a normal, it's select.
It's select, but it seems you have now you are using the as. A new thing has been to the as.
This is it. You take this one away. It works fine. This one says name. This one too says name. And those 2 tables has name. Just like how we were able to differentiate with the C. Other than that, it wouldn't have worked. So which name is it? Which name is it? Okay. It doesn't really, it's not that explanatory.
It can't think.
It doesn't think far. So if you want to change how the display is here, then you say as. Okay. Then you give whichever name you want to. Though that is not how you call your column. Okay. So I'm calling this one category. Then this name is no meaning, it doesn't make sense. So I will say I'm calling it product. So that the user will see and say this name actually is product. But in your table it's actually called name. But you are calling it
name from a table, a column called
a category. So that is it. So in order not to always write this one, if you need this set of information, that is, you make this one a view. Okay. So you say create a view. Beginning with this is just a convention. So I will say product maybe summary as. So this is just a structure. This is what you have to add to whichever code you've written. You want to make it a view. Okay. So you just add this one, and that's all. You run. It's created. So now this will be behaving like a table. Okay. If you refresh this, you should see it, and that is it here. So next time if I want the same code again, I don't have to write this one again. I now have select from this.
Okay.
That's all. If you run, you get the same thing. If you run, so that is just the one of the purpose of view. Aside to limit information to what user can see, you can also use it to like to join so many information, and then you make it that simple so that next time you don't have to repeat those code again. So that is basically what the view is. You just have to write your normal code. When everything is set, this is what you want, then you just add this to it. Create view. This is the name of the view you want to add. You know, when we were creating schema, it was create schema. When we were creating table, it was create table. By this time, you want to create view. So create view. That is just how the sequence is. You can bring your limit to it. Let's see where product type maybe.
This way I can see that this create view product this select something has been added to the creating of, like here, you know, like the select something. We did the select. Do this for me. I want to see this. I want to see that. I want to see that. Then now I don't want to write this code again. So I want to use the view. So you just create view and add the entire
just the correct one you've been using. Just go to the top of it and add that word. And then that's all. It's good to always write this one first to make sure it works correct. So when everything is set, then you just go to the top and then you add create view to so this is the whole view. But you have to write this one to make sure it brings exactly what you want to see. That is just so that next time when someone comes, you don't have to go through and then run type all this one again. You just have this one simple. And like I was saying, you can put where part of your code. It's just a normal select code you write. So let's see where let's say the product quantity, or maybe selling price is more than 2 cedis, or selling price is whatever you want to, you can just add it. But when adding, remember we've called the table as P. And so you say maybe where, or let's say if it's S, you say S. You don't say where let's say product ID or product name. You say C dot, let's say category ID, or S dot stock ID, or P dot product ID. Just something like that. That's all. That's all. So that basically that is the view. That's the view. The main purpose is to limit the data people will see. That's for access. That is one. Aside that one, like to summarize information from different tables, so that it will become easy for you to query next time. So that aside, then let's move to specifically this one we use, join. Because your tables are many. They are not just one table. It's not like the flat file, the sequential, like you have one Excel file long. This one, there are different tables. You have to join them. So there is that special keyword called join. That special keyword called join. That's what you use to join the two tables. And the key thing you need is, when we're doing the design, you remember we talked a lot about foreign keys. That's what you will use to join the two tables. So the keyword is join, and you join the two tables on the foreign key. Now, how do you want to see the data? I always use this example. For example, let's say I've applied for NAPCO. So let's say we have a NAPCO table. Just clear it, but let's see this way. So let's quickly create, let's say, NAPCO table. NAPCO. Let's say NAPCO ID int. Let's make it auto increment, and then let's make it primary key. So, and then let's say name, shut up. The name, we are not splitting like how we say first name, and we know we have to do that, but for now let's just use name for our purpose. And then we say 64. Let's say 64. Name is 64, and then let's say age. Age is integer. That's fine. Just for this three. That's for this three. And then let's see. Let me add one thing. Status. Or something to check whether you have been picked or not. So let me say status is being highlighted. That means it's something Mysql uses for its own thing. So I would not like to use it. Let's say it's selected, or let's say it's selected. If it's 1, yes, the person is selected. If it's 0, the person is not selected. Like, or I can use recruited, or is recruited. That will be bit, true or false, 1 or 0. This is another data type. How we have integer, how we have varchar, how we have string, how we have numeric. We also have bit.
And the bit is
for just 1 or 0. If you want to check things like that, is it on or off? So that one you don't need more than 2 answers. If there is something like that, no. Yes or no, that is it. Yes and no. Alternatively, you can make it varchar and then maybe maximum of 3, so that you use the keyword, the word yes or no. But the easier way is to use bit, and then that means it's either 0 or 1. And then you say 0 means he's not selected or recruited, 1 means he's recruited. So let's say we have this one. Let's see, we've run it. So let's quickly add, let's see, a little bit some people in it. Let's see, some have applied. So we say I'm also using it so that we can reflect, we can recall, like a refresh the insert and other things we did. So insert into NAPCO. NAPCO ID is auto increment, so we don't need it. Name, age, and then it's recruited. It's recruited, and then the values you want to add. You want to add. Let's see. First person is fulfillment. His age is 23. He's selected, not yet, 0. So let's run this.
We didn't last week. Now maybe sound. It's like I tried
unknown column name, which makes sense. This is how name is spelled. So this is the first one is gone.
I'd wanted to say within a particular way, saying data and also. I was using this as a, let me say, as a guide. Let me say there is a requirement to create a particular database. The thing was not solved. Okay. Yes, there is a practical example. The tables have not been created. So it's just like a full question. So you create these tables. Table number 1, number 2, number 3, and these are the tables. It is a, if you pick doc full name and blah blah blah, like you want to enter all this. This is a and that was what I was asking.
So this one is you just have to list these columns. This one. You list them. If you say insert into, you open. Then you list this.
It seems I tried that thing.
Is it a school book or?
Yes.
When? Because this is a new picture.
That's black 2017.
Okay. If you
go on the man?
No, I don't know him.
He's a commercial for the year, the KST.
Okay. I have the same picture in one of my brochures I've done.
AI is rules.
I think they even do well though. I think they even do well. If you look at the things they are struggling to do behind the scenes, and you don't have small patience for them.
Update back side.
Insert into this one. You have to list all the columns you want to add.
Initially I did something and it was not going. And my man made frail.
Okay.
I list all the different. For example, it's like I did not. It seems I did not enter all the details. I decided to enter. I did not enter all medicine. Since I did up to doctor something. Let me see, the doctor detail. I try like inserting it like the way you did, but I did not as a patient. I deleted it again and then stop because now I said so this one you said
you just have to list all the columns you want to.
For example, let me see, select. Redo is what?
Redo. It depends on the application, but mostly Control Y.
Control Y.
There's no
it seems
application if you open it, that won't work.
It seems it that's way. Control. So me try saying, but it was not giving me chance to.
If it doesn't work, there will be an error message to tell you.
Plenty error messages. So I decided to use the update method. When you that those prepositions now from a union as select from. Type you
it's not bad. You get used to like for night we have to threaten you. It's matter as about 30 minutes in a
no mistake now.
You feel like this thing is supposed to work.
They will say okay, it's like the patient details did not well. Let me do what I did and you will see. So we said it sets into patient details. So I decided to pick you should three patients. Let me say 3 items. Wanted to use like all the things that we are doing, like the questions here. I'll be using Mysql in trying them.
That's fine.
I've been doing. Patient. This one is patient details. Patient details. Patient ID. So we said instead then bring list all the dictionaries. The listen when I tried the first name plus the design, it brought an empty something.
When you try first name,
like merging two, let's say bringing the last name first and the second and the first name, like arranging, bringing them together.
Like formatting the name.
Yes.
Okay.
Now last month maybe me try now. It was written first name. You money be on man, me use asset also. Last name. type value. The value or values?
S values.
Values. Okay. Then you bring those one into brackets. Or
yeah, you open bracket, close.
Open bracket. Like this. Maybe the first value is.
It's good to close the brackets. So sometimes you have to open so many. So if you just open and close, you don't have to think about it. If the brackets are many.
Okay.
The first one, patient ID, that patient ID.
Can we make this one like with both alphabet and this in auto increment?
No.
It can't.
No. Unless
the auto increment, the machine, the computer itself will be doing the number for you.
Yeah, and it's used only integer.
Okay.
Another way is if you generate your own function, like you create your own formula, so that the next person, it will be putting it using your formula or like your function.
Okay. So once this one, I can put this into that vetted commas. This one.
Definitely, since there is P, that means your data type is not integer. Then it has to be in this one.
Comma.
Comma, then the person's first name.
I try like this, so it's like I did not do it. I did it like this, but it didn't work.
If it doesn't work, to tell you why I'm not working. Mostly for the first time, it will not work. It will give you the error. You look at the error and then you fix where you've done something wrong.
The date of birth. I say sometimes when I type one, it requires that I should change the format, the date.
Sometimes others will say bring the year first, the month, and then the day. Others will tell you bring
so
this.
Typing it like this, I will say it won't.
You just do it to give error, so we can look at the error message and see what is told us to do.
N1.
So run there and let's see.
Before I even run, the error is, let me put this into. say insert into patient details. Patient ID, patient first name, last name, title, DOB, gender.
Is it the message here? Column count doesn't match the value count.
So I did not bring the gender, which is last name. Since I brought gender here after date of birth. The message I was getting, something like that. At title.
Data too long for column title ID.
Title ID. Title to some years. So 1, 2, 3. Title and so
first one, that is this here. Second one, first name, that is it here. Last
name did not come.
So it's rather putting this one for title.
Okay.
Sure.
You see, I'm not from any son. I did. This is what I did. I will run the table and then I'll be looking at it. New last name, okay. Last name is Ahmed. Okay, that is why it did not come. Tiamame used to update me and back. Banasan, Brame brain, Timmy, doctor, and Nipami and Sandiana Mabamuya. Okay, now it's I see.
Column count doesn't match value count.
But this time it did not even show where.
No, it doesn't have to show where. It just has to tell you the things you listed here. Doesn't match the values you gave.
So we have patient ID.
We
patient
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Date of birth is 5, 6, 7, 8. So now if you come here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's what it's telling you.
So that means something it's more.
So you have to check, have you really put the values?
First name, last name, title, date of birth, gender, emergency number. Okay. The Agogunu is not supposed to be there. Something has incorrect date value.
So sometimes what the messages make sense.
For this
so
one,
in that case, you have to try dash.
This one is dash.
And I strongly believe it has to be in quote. The data has to be in quote. Data truncated for column phone number. It makes sense. That means you are entering a telephone number that is more than the size you specify. Yeah, the phone number is longer than the size you specify. That is what that message means.
All the phone number, like the phone numbers you see, I did 14, and this I don't think it's up to
phone numbers.
Like phone number, I did it 14. so that even if you type and it's not up to, right, it will say on this one.
I don't even know what integer 14 means. It's supposed to be varchar 14.
This one.
Okay. Integer is 0 to 2.
Okay.
2, I think 2.14 billion.
In the doctor's table, I had the same challenge. So I came back to the doctor table and then edited it. You see, doctor table, you see mobile number. I changed it to car 14.
Yeah,
because yes, that one went. But initially, what made me to change this to this was when I did the thing. Initially integer. I realized that the 0 was not coming, and I remember you told me. I remember you saying that integer the 0 is not part, so I forgot that part, and then so I decided to drop that column and then add that column as this. And then before I could get the thing. So here no, I said was me the same thing but I didn't do that. But I was saying here without no
it has a maximum limit. It's not seeing this as a telephone number. It's seeing it as a number.
3, 4, 5.
Put spaces that comma in it, and let's see. There's 3 decimal places. Like put the 3. Like if you're reading like figure something thousand.
Okay. 1, 2.
Start from this side.
Okay.
So
comma. 1, 2, 3.
This is how it's reading it. Because you say integer. It's not reading as a telephone number, it's reading it as a number.
When it happens, like, it made me to read more from the manual. I'll go and then be making reference to the manual. And it is making me to learn one way or the other.
Yeah, that is one thing I like about programming, is that nothing is theory.
Yes, it's practical.
Nothing is theory. So if it doesn't work, you can't continue. You have to go and read, and then come and practice.
If I do and it's not coming, they'll go say, but no matter when I go to office, sit down and then nothing is there. One won't come in.
This guy.
Okay, good. I'm proud of the emission. I'm calling my papa to me. Can we need to me here then? I'll correct. I'll go and.
Yeah, I mean, you have to fix.
Yes.
Change that integer to varchar before you can continue. So done something. I'll try auto table.
You are still inserting more tables, or
no? I've created the NAPCO and then the GES, and I've even added data into them. Just want to.
And I also try something again. May now what you buy. I'm saying, my man has said, can you alter, like, simultaneously drop and add the table at the same time? Did they give chance?
Drop the table.
Like, you say alter, then you alter the table name, then you say drop column, this, add column, that.
I think you will have to
do it one after the other.
Bring the semicolon. You have to write both.
Sir,
you have
something like this.
You have to write 2 statements.
Something like you had tried doing something like this.
Like drop column.
No,
I don't think it will work.
It didn't work.
I don't think it will work.
see this one. Sometimes it also gives some direction as to what you should use. So I have to deactivate this. But doing it is some kind of interesting.
If things are working, and sometimes it's kind of frustrating.
But more wolf, I wouldn't go to a no near hard, but now wolf. So this one. It was because of that integer something.
Yeah, it will not go. So you see it as a number, and it's too big.
Okay. If not, I suffered power, not small. Look at the this, and let me show you the app.
The updates
you could see.
Yeah.
11111. So I did it like this, and it said when I come out.
Another way you can even use is, look at this one, how I did it. Let's say I want to insert into GS. So I'll say insert into GS. The values I want to insert: name, age, and then it's appointed. Now the values. Let's say Asamoah Kwame. Yes, let me add this one. I've created another column that is national ID. That's what we will use for the join. So let's say his age is, let's say 54. No, 45. So let's say this one is, let's say yes, his national ID is let's say 2000. You see, if I want to add, I can bring comma outside this bracket.
Okay.
I'll bring comma, then I'll open another bracket and close, then I'll add the second person. Let's say
okay.
Evans
Kwame. The next
just bring comma. You list the 3 sets of data again. His age is, let's see, 12. He's picked years.
Evans is 12, going to years.
Yes. This is Ghana. This is Ghana. If Pastor Mojan can be 30 years, or what can happen in Ghana? This is John Mensa, 33 also. The young Kola Okromwa.
Papa, you know. Yes, I'm a crowd. Want me, I'm more born and no for a week. So, Odin, in Toronto, you.
Of course, with Lana, Mount Coladro. Let's see, the person's ID is 201. Doesn't even have to be in string 201. So you can list them that way and then you run it.
you are going to some place, it becomes small, angry small. You start forgetting.
You get disorganized.
Maybe Piaba now became some kind of.
That is my editor telling me. Let me save them here before they tell me that answer. I wanted to run this guy. Unknown column national IDs. Here. Everything says, oh, you need a 3 pin. It's 3, that means just an extension.
Those in
It's like text message. Let's say if you get, let's say you are expecting money in your account and you are not getting message. Like I always say, if you are close to your bank, just go and check because the message is not the money. The message is something different. Just like this extension, the light is just an indicator. So if there is no light, that doesn't mean that.
Check it.
So you really have to test and see. You really have to. It's possible the money will drop, but they will have a problem with their system, and you will not get that message on your phone.
Controller, they will give me. Sometimes you receive message and you go to bank and the money is not there. My own did that and it refused to come for almost 4 months.
Oh.
And you won't believe that Imuro Amin Abdelbasit conflicted with Charity Ajiwa.
The ID or the ID?
Our staff ID is far different. Someone whose number starts with 8 and mine starting with 9. So on the 7 BB someone 9 ID. I mean the share said 9 conflicted. Almost any account, almost the bank account names. Because we are all in the same bank, and the bank account name is Abdul Basit, and then Charity Ajiwa conflicted.
The number conflicted, or the
it's not. They said the name. When we call controller, that was what they were saying.
Maybe it's the number. Maybe the one just responding to the call couldn't explain it well. Okay, so let's move on. We were looking at join, and to be able to explain, I wanted to get some data so that we can use it as a test.
Okay.
So I've created 2 tables, and the NAPCO and then the GES. The whole idea is, well, for this one there is no data in it yet. NAPCO, there's data in it now. We have this. I've missed. I filled this column, but I forgot to save. And
I was also doing that, like as a Obahanuma, it's like it gives you access in typing.
Yeah, you can just key in some value
sort of writing the code.
Yeah, 103.
I was afraid maybe it won't work, so I did not try.
4. I forgot to save. 1005. 1006. Okay, this one went, so we just have to apply it also. So here, but in the programming you will not be entering it this way. That is why I'm focused on the insert, because when we get to the programming, it's the insert you use and it will go. You know, but there could be a need for you to come to the background and maybe just do some small twisting, just small. Maybe after some data is mistakenly entered, you can just go here direct and do that correction. So let's see the NAPCO. We have this is the NAPCO. Kofi. Charles Amma. He is 1,000. So let's see, and the NAPCO Charles Amma. So we can give him his national ID of 1,000. This will have allow you to select both. So you can just see
the two tables.
The two tables. So
electrical welding.
And they are fixing the door. They did it, but I think so there's some issue they have to redo. And then this is Joyce ASO 106. Joyce ASO J column. See here, Joyce ASO is 106. 106. If we get like 5 people, that'll be fine. I'm trying to create like these people apply both.
Then
you use the join to Konama is for they have Konama here. So this is 104. There's one guy crowd waiting for me. Yeah, I have to do discussion for him, but let's try and do something so that they'll get one more. Let's say Alassane Meriga. Is he here? He's not here. Gertrude X is 105, so Gertrude X G, yeah, here is Gertrude X is 105. So if you go to edit 1005, then we save it. So we are creating the impression that there are people who apply for this one and also apply for this one. That's what we are doing. So now if we say select from NAPCO, let's see this way. Select all from NAPCO, selection of the right syntax to use. Select all from NAPCO. Let's put them down.
The spelling is
it's not even table. That will have tell like table or something that doesn't exist. Let me see this one. So this one and this one, what's the difference? He's lying.
Space now the buy nana.
It's not to get a terminator. They didn't terminate the above code, so
it was adding it.
Yeah, so this is it, and then this is GS2. This is GES too. So if you want to see those who apply for NAPCO and also apply for GES, you use join. Okay. And you want to know they are here. They are here too. So that one you use inner join. To join them, that is the keyword you use. But which type of join do you want? I want those, they are here, they are in NAPCO, they apply for NAPCO, and they apply for GES. So you use select all from NAPCO, then you say everything is taxed. Tax.
But it's true, Ghana, we can't collect all the taxes. There are so many untaxable items. So when you look into your tax basket, the things that you are not collecting, you go and collect it. Above from people will be crying, but
okay, that is how all advanced countries are doing. There's no money anywhere. They are just using tax to. So we have NAPCO, and then so we want is it in, let's say, in both or like both tables, like it must exist here, it must exist here. That's what we're looking at. So both, and the keyword to use is definitely you are going to join them. Okay. But which type of join? You want inner join. Okay. And then inner means a computer running low space. Okay. So let me do this. I can delete this one to get space. So let's move on. So we are using the inner, and inner means is here, so GS. So on
the initial one, you bring the first table.
Anyone can come first. Okay. Anyone can come first. NAPCO dot national ID. Okay. That's the column that is in both, which is called GES dot national ID. So let's see, error table NAPCO doesn't exist. It's in everything Babco. So table Babco doesn't exist. That is true. So so it's bringing how many people? 4.
Okay. Because of GES.
Because we are saying those that apply here and apply here. If you check, they are actually those with correct IDs in the tables.
Yes, in both tables.
So if, let's say, you have these two, you just want to know, these people are criminals.
How?
Okay,
they
okay.
Have the same.
No, they are not. They are not.
They are, yes.
It's right to qualify to apply for both. So, but if you are picking both, you are criminal. So
no,
let's make some.
It can be that you be picked in both, but you have the preference of choosing one.
Okay, so you can't work with football.
Yes.
Okay.
But in Ghana here, we work for the two.
Okay, they are not criminals. So
quickly, no. When you say NAPCO, when you GS, no, he will quickly lobby for NAPCO to put him under GS. Then he will enjoy both. Because in NAPCO we have GS. Those who choose education.
Let's see something. Let's get a few.
Why do they could show you so we a criminal?
They are
one out.
They are not. So it's recruited. Let's say one. One means the person is. Oh, like those who have. This is one. Not so. That means he's recruited. No, Felicia is recruited in the NAPCO. So. It's too long for bit. What does the bit? Mysql bit. Okay. Should have done something like this. So let's see. Author table, NAPCO, modify column. It's modifying. So column is what is recruited. Is bit. I didn't give this thing. I just wrote bit, but bit, the number of values is supposed to be so author table, and we have GES. So I think this one is it the same as unknown column here? That makes sense. The GS is appointed. I use the word is appointed. So this is why did okay. So this is it. So we've made that correction. And if you come here, let me say is edit this one. Say appointed no. Data too long for this nonsense. Let's make it integer 1. So okay, so NAPCO. This one is rooted. So from non-column, how is the spelling like?
Disappointing.
The NAPCO disappointed. NAPCO is recruited. It's RECRUITED. Okay, so it's gone. Now we can do that. Okay, so we now have the result. So we have it. Let me see, this one applied for NAPCO. Let's see, okay, let's give him 1. He's recruited. So we have this one. So these are the 4. And you can see the person is recruited under NAPCO. Right, and GS to He's appointed. So if this guy worked for both, he's a criminal. Okay, so this is the exact data I want to get. Like who are applied for here, who applied for here. So if like let's say NAPCO want to see, or like let's say it's NAPCO who applied for, who like
give him appointment.
Yeah, give him appointment first. So GES will check, has NAPCO given that person appointment?
And do they check?
So I don't know.
No problem.
So if like no, if they are not able, maybe there is no such a system, because GES is gathering its data separate. NAPCO too is gathering it separate. But if there's kind of some common platform, they were all gathering, they could have made that easy check and see if NAPCO gave you, then GES will not give you again. So in that case, after doing the join, this is actually for those who apply for both, but you've not checked whether the person has gotten recruitment yet or not. So you see where NAPCO dot is recruited is equal to 1.
Okay.
So these people, NAPCO have recruited them. So if you want to give those who have not, you say it's equal to 0. So these are the people GES can give them job, because NAPCO hasn't given them job yet. See, so you are interested, the key thing is you are interested in knowing they are here and they are here.
Yes.
That is what you want to get. Now if you want to see, let me see all those who apply for NAPCO. You see, let me see those who applied for NAPCO. If they apply for GES to bring their name,
okay.
If they didn't apply, don't worry. I just want to see all those who apply for NAPCO.
Okay.
You see, that's very key. All those who apply for NAPCO. In that case, it will be left. You want to see all those who apply for NAPCO, and it is left because the NAPCO table is at the left side.
Okay.
So I want to see all records in the table at the left side, which is NAPCO. So if
under this condition, it will bring both all records in
under
NAPCO and GES.
If the person apply in GES too,
GES
he bring his record.
record.
It will be like one row. Okay. But what you are interested in is all records under NAPCO.
So that the names appears here.
So all those with null and the GES, the part of the data, they have not applied
for NAPCO.
They've applied for NAPCO, but they've not applied for GES.
Okay.
So those who applied, their names will come, meaning there was a match. So the left, your interest is that particular table. You want to see everything there. Now if I want to see all those who apply for GES, that's my focus. I would say right. That means I want the table at the right side. Everything in that table, and GES is at the right side. So then you do this, select, and this is what you get. It will list all the people who apply for GES, and then if the person apply for NAPCO 2, his detail will come. If not, it will be null. Now this same code, if you bring NAPCO here and you bring GES here, what will this code bring?
It will bring all those in the NAPCO.
Exactly.
And then
exactly. So whether to use left or right, depending on which table you brought first. Okay. You just have to put that in mind. It doesn't matter, like NAPCO has to always come first. If NAPCO goes second, then you have to, and you want NAPCO, use right. If NAPCO comes first and you need NAPCO, then you use left. So basically that is, and is very key to kind of like get the differences at your fingertips. If you use inner, that means it's here, it's here. Those that doesn't meet that criteria, don't bring them. So inner only brings 4. That means they apply here, they applied here. But if you want to get all those who applied for NAPCO, then NAPCO is at the right side, so you say right. If you want to get all those who apply for GES, then you say GES. You say left. So those are the 3 key types of joins: inner join, left join, and then right join. And it depends on how you want your information. It depends on how you want your information. So basically, and if you were to join this one to, let's say, another recruitment agency, let's say military, so this same thing, then we just say inner join
military.
No, just test. It will not run. I just want us to see how the code is. So military, then on military dot national ID, which is called to NAPCO dot national ID.
So here the main ID, which is the primary key, is the national ID.
The national ID, that is what is in other tables as foreign key. Okay. That is what is in other tables as foreign key. So the key that is common to all citizens, okay, that is what I use here. So that is on that one you'll be building all your,
like this join, like inner join or joining the descent. You can only join tables with the same table where you can find a foreign key.
Yes, whichever column you use. If something matches, it will give you record. But if it doesn't match, okay, but you are using you are using the key. You remember when we were going through features of a primary key? You know, the same primary key, if you find another table, it's called a foreign key. Yes. You want what is unique, okay, that cannot get duplicated in each parent table. Okay. So any other column, if you realize it has that feature, you can use it for your join.
I was doing something here, my new enterprise or something like that. I try to like Papa, I entered everything, but it was not like we say. I use update in entering the data. Okay, so this one is my new enterprise. Okay.
I think with this we are good to go to the application side,
the Visual Studio.
With what we have now,
so that we will explain more about this queries.
Okay, let's make it tomorrow. We are going to just do the testing, so that we'll be fixing the errors and other things that come.
I can see that today when I woke up in the morning, I was asking myself, it's like the whole Visual Studio something is about this Mysql, the database.
Yeah, the whole thing is
on the database.
Yeah, there is no application. Like your application will not make sense if there is no database.
So if you understand more on the decent database, the application will be easy.
Well, yeah, a lot of like the data type we are talking of here. If you go to application, they say is there data type. This is create
VACA.
Yeah, VACA. They will call it different names, but that same concept is there.
like when you want to create view.
Okay.
Like here no, and we use like this. We have this. This is what I created.
A view.
No, it's not view. It was like tables.
Table. Okay.
This product table. When you select product table, same money. Select from product table. Okay.
And the table doesn't exist.
It exists, but
in different
database. This is on my new. I was reading something. We just type use new data, new enterprise. Enterprise, then it will come.
That has to come at the beginning of the tip of whatever we want to do.
Yes, like see the thing was on the whatever my year from. So category, and I was expecting say once I had my now I was expecting say once the category at the category table here it is auto incremental. That means when you enter something in category TBL,
this is the category table or the product
this
table?
Product table. I was expecting that
the foreign you have to key it in automatically.
It won't come.
No. But if it's in the parent table,
the parent table came automatically.
Yeah, but
like for example,
foreign key, no, it will not come. You will have to enter it.
So I say when I come now,
you have to enter it
like here. In the category table. In the category table, when you view here, you realize that select category table. Millionaires and so on.
I think it's
Messages.
where is it coming from?
Category to select. Still, I know the lane.
You get used, but at least for now, like as soon as you see the error message,
yes,
you are able to remember that this is what it wants me to add.
To say category table, I was expecting that once I have made reference or access database, you say if you type, if you make every foreign key automatically appears in the position where it is found. To say you say your product ID. In product ID, we have already entered the product ID, and then manufacturing date, that one. So I was expecting so we in the bar. It says the product table na product number no. So I will be a category now automatically. It has to come.
No, you mean access it will not come unless you use a wizard. Then the wizard will do the linking behind the scenes for you.
If you use the wizard, form wizard, when you use the form wizard, it will be bringing this in. I thought it's the same thing here.
The wizard will do all this for you. So it's like so it's just asking you which table do you want to use. Then behind the scenes it will do all these things. I
remember that in Access, when before you do something like the view, bring from here, you use the form wizard, so that you tap from this table, this is what you need from there. You select those columns from and then add it in that form wizard. But here it seems different.
You will have to do everything yourself.
Type in the also. And basically, all this is about typing.
Yeah, you remember the first day I told, like, if you go into program automatically, you know typing. I didn't learn like Mavis B. Is it Mavis, that lady who teaches?
Maybe.
I didn't learn with Mavis Beacon. I've not learned Mavis Beacon anywhere.
Yeah, but the nature, but I've forgotten.
No, if your work is not about typing, you don't know. If let's say you are into networking, typing is not something. Though you are into computing, but it's not typing. Hey, it's not like it's not something like a shame you don't know how to type. If your work is not about typing, no. There's no way. Maybe you are into graphic design. You use the mouse a lot.
Yes. You match with the
you match with the pad, the mouse. But if your work is programming, then you type everything.
So we say, I wanted to with the required, then I'll practice the view. It's like I started something and I decided.
Tomorrow we'll have to schedule our time well. I have exams at 10.
I would have not even.
It was if you like, it was just yesterday that message came that we'll be having Mysql this week. We thought there's nothing like that.
Momo Pro, master's and I said degree.
First degree.
Like this, my certificate is also this BTech something.
Okay.
It's also a degree, Bachelor of Technology.
Okay.
I wanted to do this MIS something. I wanted if it could be used in applying for this computer science something, I would have come to do it as a full course. Let's see, coming on.
That is why what even some guys want us to discuss here tomorrow, this thing, because it's kind of some agent. The guy said I have to do discussion with him.
So here it's like I decided to update all the product, the price per box, the price unit price per. We say nothing. I did unit price, everything is there. So it's now there with me to create something like the view where we can calculate, say, this product, this time, this, or when you.
This is the quantity remaining, absorb this, thing. So,
that is what I wanted. My old man said you should be giving me work to do. That's at the school they request that if you do this like that the professors then they give them projects to do and they will not get time to do it, so usually they look for students. They give those to students, the school give it to the students and then be paying the student to be doing it.
Okay.
So that is his main focus for allowing me to come and study this.
Yeah, I think this is something we are picking up because this the same database. That's why we used to build. Because one thing is, for starting now, we can't take any big complex projects.
Yes.
We just have to pick something we all can do. When we are done, then we can pick something big. If we take something big now that requires so many architecture,
like his own,
like this one,
it
will be difficult to start with this. We have to understand a lot of things before we can look at that project.
Is it
so that is what the join is about. Initially I said we would look at function 2, but it will be good we look at it from the application side. For example, let's say let's see something here. If this will work here. Great. Let's move that one to tomorrow. Let's move it to tomorrow. The function. Let's move it to tomorrow. Because if we have to take it, can take some time. I want to have some discussion with some guy tomorrow.
Mamina, you know why?
No, I've not even attended to it again. How do you call it? That's after. The reason there is no long. It's just like some 1 hour thing.
You'll be writing it at what?
10. Like by 11 we should.
So
if
12.
Yeah, from 12 going we can meet. It's 10, yeah. Because it won't go beyond 2 hours. So let's say 12. Yeah, people are angry. Well, what will you do? You are a student. They say tomorrow you should write it. So
at the end, they are new.
Because people will have to come from Accra, the school, Tamale, and the rest.
But the school, they won't have more admission.
We will have to come and do it. We suggested we do it online. They said no. We said okay. Then that means same day we want to do it. The semester exams. Like that same day we want to do the midterm also, and he said no, let's clear it tomorrow. So some way to help, it will allow you to know how the nature of the questions is. Kind of there are practical challenges people. Let's just get it. Anyway, that is what you subscribe for. To get certificate you have to commit everything.
They say we have to even fight with the 2 schools for delaying our certificate. Write letter, threaten them, send them to court. Wow! When we started, like we are going to the media, then they started coming to the essence.
You know what I've done? I've recorded everything we've done. So let me copy it for you. So that it can go over. If you have pen drive or something like that.
Maybe one. But there is a pen drive line here.
I will take you name. Look at it.